Welcome to another exciting edition of the Premier League Zone. My name is Anthony Ajulu, and this is your number one family radio station, Inspiration 92.3 FM. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and we're here to bring you the best from the English Premier League. Normally we'll be doing Team of the Week. We are not doing that anymore, for now at least, because Premier League is on break. Last week we had our Team of the Season. It was a very, very volatile show. You people were after my life last week, but I survived. We're not doing that this week. This week, like I said, we're doing our post-mortem for the Premier League. Yesterday, we talked about the flops of the season, and today, we're going to be talking about disappointments of the season. I will explain. The player that you expected a lot from, a player you were checking for this season, but somehow, they just never lived up to all those expectations you had for them. A player that you thought would carry your team or carry another team. Doesn't have to be your team, to be fair. Doesn't have to be your team. A player that you thought would carry another team or would be the star of another team and somehow failed to shine, failed to live up to those expectations. That's what we're asking you to tell us on the show today. Of course, we have news items making the rounds. Of course, Chelsea have officially announced Enzo Maresca. Arsenal are looking to offload certain players. Liverpool and United going for one player. Burnley, yes, they've been relegated, but they are getting a former Premier League favourite as their manager. We're telling you all about that on the show as well. So lots and lots to get through. The gentlemen of Valor are here. There's Bode Bruno, there's Triple O, and there's Nicholas Anya Mene. Gentlemen, how are you doing? Let me start with Nicholas, the man on my right.
Yep.
Nicholas, how are you doing this morning?
It's great. It's a great day, and I'm excited to be in the studio. It's time to talk sport. Let's go.
I have a question. Why is Nicholas on black?
He's a black man.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems Nicholas just discovered his love for black.
He's a black man.
Black man, in and out.
He has black man blood.
The black nation. The black race.
But what's going on with you?
Nothing much, yo. Nothing much. I'm just but again, we are here to talk everything that has to do with the Premier League,
as we have to be,
as it has to be,
as we have to be. Let's start with we've talked about Enzo Maresca and Chelsea a lot, so we'll leave that one alone. Yes, he signed his deal. Yes, he's been unveiled. Yes, he's a Chelsea manager. Blah blah blah. He said so. Let me even come to the Triple O for this one. He said something actually about the goalkeeping situation at Chelsea. He said that he likes Robert Sanchez. Meanwhile, Robert Sanchez lost his place as Chelsea number one to George Petrovic. He got injured, and then Petrovic showed his. I know that's Evans. I'll come read your message. Don't worry. He said that he likes Robert Sanchez, and like I said, given that Sanchez lost his place to George Petrovic, is this the end of the road for Petrovic at Chelsea?
Definitely not. Petrovic has won the heart of a lot of Chelsea fans, although Chelsea fans are not the coach. But one thing that the former manager saw, he thought he wanted Robert Sanchez, and because Robert Sanchez is a ball-playing goalkeeper, and the way football is going right now, ball-playing goalkeepers are in high demand. So that's the reason why Robert Sanchez was preferred in the first place over Petrovic. Petrovic was not just he, at the start of last season, he had no chance of becoming number one. But when Sanchez got injured, Petrovic came on. Petrovic is not a ball-playing goalkeeper. He's just adjusting, so it doesn't take risk. But him not taking risk also means that his errors are reduced as compared to the likely chance of errors with Robert Sanchez. So again, it's a dicey one. Sanchez is not very bad. He's not bad. He's decent, and so is Petrovic. So I just don't like the statement of him coming out to say he likes one goalkeeper over the other. I think it would have been better if he says the things he wants in a goalkeeper. I prefer, or I want a ball-playing goalkeeper. Okay. Because Petrovic also has improved his ball-playing skills as a goalkeeper. But in terms of shot stopping, it's better. It doesn't take unnecessary risk. So again, it will give both of them a chance. Sanchez most likely will start as number one. Petrovic becomes number two. But when Sanchez won't give out attack, he will give the ball away anyhow, then he will turn, because Petrovic is also a formidable goalkeeper.
But let me come to you for this one. Arsenal, we hear that they will reluctantly is the operative word here, they will reluctantly listen to offers for Edin Nketiah. They would allow him go for a fee of around £30 million if he has any takers. Fulham are said to be interested, but £30 million might be pushing it a bit for Fulham. The question I want to ask is, are we really saying that Mikel Arteta cannot give Nketiah a chance and see what he can do?
He's shown you what he can do before.
Let me ask.
Anthony, maybe you should go. Nobody has asked. You pay me.
It's just so disappointing. And I'm very sure for those who have monitored Nketiah since his rise, to the Arsenal first team, you'd realize that he hasn't really gotten enough time to even showcase what he can do. And it comes across to me as disrespect when you say you want to reluctantly listen to offers. It's either you sell him or you keep him, and keeping him would mean that he gets a proper run in the Arsenal team. And if I were in Nketiah at this point in time, I would actually put in a transfer request because he was promised playing time when he was told to remain with the Gunners. That didn't happen last season. He barely played games, even games where it was so evident that Arsenal needed a striker to come rescue a situation. It didn't happen. So if I were in Nketiah, I would say, sorry, I want to try out new challenges somewhere else. Maybe putting in a transfer request will lower, the asking price as well, or fee. So for Nketiah, it's just unfortunate to be in the wrong club at this point in time.
And also Arsenal will also listen to offers for Alexander Zinchenko. I think it's about time too.
Injuries has done him bad.
I think it's about time.
Most definitely.
United, though, we hear they are interested. Not really overly interested, but they like Matheus Cunha. He scored 12 goals last season, was injured a lot last season, but still managed 12 goals. They need a versatile forward who can play anywhere along the forward line. He can play as a striker, play as the attacking midfielder, play on the left, play on the right. He's Brazilian as well, and as far as I'm concerned, while I think maybe not United standard, maybe he's an improvement on Anthony.
Definitely.
More of a Brazilian than Anthony.
Yeah, more than a Brazilian than Anthony, but again, the injury record
he's not
doesn't just cover him in glory at this point in time. A lot of players will be linked to United during this transfer window because players need to come in, and while players are coming in, some others have to go as well. But I doubt if United will be selling off Anthony as well. I'm selling off Anthony at this point in time. I would really like him to be put out there. Let's even see if there will be any takers in the front runner, because he hasn't really offered at the club anything. He did come out the other day to bring out a statement and rolled out how it's been a disappointing season for him, how he's had to go through several challenges. That's not our business. We've seen players go through challenges and come out of it and focus on the job they've been brought in to do. It should be during the season, not be touching the over back. So for Cunha, I doubt it. I'm not really impressed.
I'm with you on that one, because I think he can improve. Actually, I think he can step up. I do think he can step up. While I don't think he's United standard now, I think he can rise to the occasion. But his injury problems are an issue. Yeah. It's the same thing I said to Triple O at the start of the season with Nkunku. The injury record is too brutal to take a risk on. That's what I think, actually.
But Anthony, I think for Nunes, before he went to City, he was doing well at Wolves, and he went to City and he flopped. Maybe going to Manchester United.
Let me stick with you, Nicholas. Aston Villa, we hear they are set to complete the deal, £5 million for Ross Barkley. From Luton Town. Ross Barkley had a good season last season, actually. Really good season. But what we're hearing again is that Douglas Luiz has caught the attention of Thiago Motta and Juventus. They want the guy to come. So the question is this a good trade-off? Douglas Luiz, Ross Barkley? I don't think so. I don't know what you think.
I definitely don't think so, because Douglas Luiz was one of the players that actually helped Aston Villa to their finish in the Premier League, and the combination of Leon Bailey, Douglas Luiz as well. I think these are good players for Aston Villa. For Ross Barkley, he might be a lifeline going to Aston Villa. I mean, Luton are out of the Premier League, but then again, he gave a good account of himself. If both of them can be or still remain in Aston Villa, that would be a good thing. But losing Luiz for Barkley, I don't think Villa, that's a good deal. And for Emery, I think he has to think deep and ensure that this is something that he wants to do. But then again, it might come back to hurt him. Douglas Luiz deserved to be in Aston Villa. Going to Juventus, I think it would be a bad decision. But they can actually acquire Ross Barkley and add to the squad. But then if you have to lose Douglas Luiz for Ross Barkley, I think it's a bad deal.
To be fair, I don't think that he wants wanting to sell him. Juventus are interested. Juventus are a big club as well.
If they meet the release clause, so why not?
There you go.
Why not?
Let's go to the other Bellingham. I feel for him. Because he's a midfielder too. And then your older brothers come and done all these things. I don't see how he will what's the word now? Outshine what his brother has done.
Never.
You never know. But anyway, he will definitely be playing in Premier League next season, I think. Because Crystal Palace, yes, are the front runners for him. But we hear Brentford and Tottenham Hotspur have also come in for him as well. Sunderland are willing to let him go. They want to hold on to their player, but I think they're just playing, hardball so that they will get plenty of money for him. 18 years old. Again, if he's anything like his brother, then whoever is getting anybody, they're getting a good player on their hands.
Yeah, they should be getting a good player on their hands, and similar style of play.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's just taller than
a bit taller,
and he doesn't score as many goals as his
yes.
brother. But again, talking about the job he's been brought in to do at Sunderland, he's been doing. He did that fantastically well. But again, there'll be a lot of pressure on his shoulders as well, trying to meet up, to the standards his brother set, and he just needs to find a way to
play his own game.
Yeah, play his own game. Don't play in the shadow of his brother.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
It will be easier. Look,
because the media won't even allow him rest.
Yes, it's the media in England that will cause this problem.
It will be easier if he was a defender or a goalkeeper or a striker or
the same position.
Mrs. midfielder like his brother.
But again, we can look at it from the other side as well. Jude's achievements might just be something that will propel him as well to work even extra hard,
motivation
to achieve beyond his brother. But again, Real Madrid and Crystal Palace or Tottenham Hotspur and Brentford are not the same thing. So any club he decides to join has to give him a platform to achieve his dreams.
And reduce the expectations from him.
Honestly, Chulu.
Well, in as much as the name Bellingham carries so much weight nowadays, I think what he should focus on is getting playing time, because it's not easy for you to just come into the Premier League. You have to play first, and hopefully, if he plays in the Premier League, any other top club could come and snap him up and take him to where he can become his own Bellingham, and he can form his own celebration and do all of those things. But I think he will come good. I think he's a pretty much decent player.
And for an 18-year-old,
he's a decent player. The future is bright. So hopefully he goes to a club that has structure, that has gotten to that has gelled, that the team has gelled, not a club in the face of we don't know what we are doing. We go there and we just perish.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more, leave a comment and like. Thank you.